Yo, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope all is well. This is another segment of let's chat for a bit. Today has been pretty rough for me mentally, but overall, I feel pretty good. Wanted to come on live real quick, just to check in on everybody, see how everybody's doing. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's having a good day, or should I say, good evening so far. Right now, I'm just relaxing, trying to get my head straight, trying to get back on track on a lot of things. Working on something big for tomorrow. So I'm just trying to put all that together before I end my evening. But today's topic, I wanted to get on today's topic real quick. Hello, hello. Hope everything's going well with you. My evening, I wanted to talk about my life as an entrepreneur. It's not going to be a long, drawn out concept. Just wanted to put it out there to, just to talk about a few things that I went through. Right now I'm doing a rebranding, but I want to go back to maybe, I would say 2016 or 2017 when I first did it. I'm drawing a blank already. I'm drawing a blank. So, I would say Leo Style Creations was my very first business idea. I wanted to do, at that time, I just wanted to do graphic design. That was my main thing. Went to high school for it. I went to Crockett Tech to get my knowledge into the graphic design world. That was my very first time doing that. And actually, I learned my graphic design work to this day. It's still being used, but not as much as it used to. So that was my main focus when I did Leo Style Creations at first. Hey, Randy, how you doing? I wanted to do more things besides just doing graphic design. I wanted to do photography. So I won a camera in a contest. I won my very first camera. It was like a Rebel T3. That was my very first camera I actually won in a contest. And I never used it. The first maybe 4 or 5 months, it just sat in my closet. One of my friends got on my head about it. They said, man, just use it. Just give it a shot. You never know. You might be able to really get into it. So I used it for my very first family reunion on my mom's side. I used it for that. That was my first time really using it. Put everything on auto, just snapping pictures here, snapping pictures there. I had a good time with it. And then I said, maybe I could really learn some things with this camera. So I ended up going to getting a few books and getting a few ideas, just to get myself, in the world of photography. So I started learning how to shoot in manual mode and stuff like that. And, from that point, I said, okay, I can really get into this. Am I the perfect photographer? Absolutely not. I'm still working on a lot of things in my life right now when it comes to photography. So that was the second thing that I added to my arsenal when it came to Leo Style Creations. And it was a good time when I first started doing it. Had a few models here and there. Had a couple of family shoots. It was fun still using it at that time. And I was still doing my graphic design work also. So I said I'm gonna stick with those two. Then I started making t-shirts. But I did it the wrong way the first time. I won't say it was the wrong way, but it was something that didn't add up well. Like I joined the website, I forgot the name of it. I joined that site. I was selling a few shirts there, don't get me wrong. I sold quite a few shirts on their site. It's just that they took a lot of profit and I was not having that. So I had to cut that loose and let it go because that was something I know. I'm not doing all this and then I'm just making just a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars there. I said, nah, I'm A-okay. So I dropped the store and I didn't do no shirts for a while. Then COVID hit. And the reason why I brought that up is because during that time I was away from the plant. I was away from the plant about 2 months, I think. Almost 2 months. My memory serves me right. But I ended up just buying the Cricut, got a few t-shirts from Michaels, got some vinyl. I learned how to make t-shirts on my own. So I said, I'm going to try to make all these t-shirts myself and call it a day, because I'm not going to give these other companies all these designs, and I can't even do nothing with it besides make about $3 or $4 a shirt. No, I want all the profit. I want all of it. So I learned from there, and I started making t-shirts. So I did all 3 of them. I did graphic design, I did photography, and I did t-shirts. So basically, Leo Style Creations was going on for a long time. I was going at it for a lot of time. I was pulling it off, and all of a sudden, I would say maybe 2 years ago, business started to really drop. And I'm not the type to fold. I was a little disappointed, a little discouraged, not going to lie, because, you get like that. I'm not trying to say I'm just going to be like, oh, I'm just going to boss up and do this or boss up and do that. No, I'm not going to say that. I was a little discouraged. What's going on, Nick? How you there, man? Nisha, my brother. I had to really get myself together and try to figure some things out. Like, my photography started falling. Wasn't selling the shirts. I can remember the last time I did a graphic design, and this was 2 years ago. So I told myself I need to really sit down and figure out what's the problem. So last year, I would say maybe the end of the summer, I decided to do a rebrand. I'm sticking with the same concepts, sticking with the shirts, sticking with everything, but I'm adding podcasts to it. I'm adding a podcast to it because, it's a new avenue, and I want to give it a shot. I want to try it out, see what's going on with it. And right now, I'm still working out a few bugs on my end, but hey, I'm willing to work with it. So my podcast is coming. I know I keep advertising it, but it is coming. And I'm very thankful that, a lot of people are being patient with me. And I said to myself, well, you gotta knock this out the park, bro. You gotta do it. So as much as I can, I will try my best to try to get connected with everybody, because it's going to be called Talk That Real with Lamar. I want to talk to entrepreneurs. I want to talk to visionaries. I want to talk to even fitness. I know a lot of people out there in the fitness world. I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to leaders. I want to talk to all y'all. And I want to make this avenue available for all y'all for just a chat. You never know what could happen right now. So it's like I'm trying to put the world out there. People have a voice, and I want to hear y'all talk. I want to hear y'all talk. I want to hear y'all, express how y'all really feel. And and also with this rebrand, I'm trying to add some podcasters to it. I know my coworker Mo, she wants a podcast, and I'm trying to work on hers right now. We're trying to figure out a certain way to actually record and get everything together, but I'm pacing myself. Because I don't want to rush everything into that world right now. So I'm working on that one. And me and my boy Henry, shout out to Henry, we working on this wrestling podcast. Kick out at 2. We got a lot of things going on Instagram right now. We got some connections. It's a wonderful feeling. So we're working on that. We getting some things together. And like I said, it's going to take time. I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to get discouraged. But I am working on the podcast world, and we'll see what goes on from there. So yeah, the rebrand is here. And like I said, for tomorrow, I'm working on something very special. It's my father's birthday, and I miss him dearly. I miss him from the bottom of my heart. I think about him every single second of the day. So I have something, special for tomorrow, and I hope everybody just checks it out. Let me know what y'all think. So I'm just working on a lot of things right now. And like I said, today I was a little bit discouraged. So I was frustrated, and I shouldn't feel that way. I should not feel that way at all. Just going to just take things one day at a time. So right now I'm just trying to stay on top of my game and just continue on do what I have to do and try to knock this out the park the best of my ability. So, I'm very grateful for all that I've done. I'm very grateful that God has got me this far. And like I said, Leo Style Creations got me started, but Lion Mar Media, that's my new business name. Lion Mar. Shout out to my boy Shaman at the plant gave me that name. So Mix the Lion, mix with me. You got me. Lion Mar Media. I like that. So I'm working on everything each and every day. So I'm pacing myself. Like I said, I'm not going to rush the process. But I will say this though, being an entrepreneur, it's a lot. It really is a lot. So I don't know how much more I can say about it, but it is a lot. So just gotta take it with a grain of salt each and every day. And this summer I'm doing this. I know it's a side note, but this summer I'm trying my best to try to get back into doing what do they call them? Oh, pop-up shops. Trying to do pop-up shops again because I didn't do not one last year. Cause that's when I was feeling a little bit like not myself. I'm not gonna lie, but I am gonna get right back into doing it because they're fun. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm not trying to be funny by saying the loss part because there's always something to gain from it, no matter how you look at it. Cause there's been a couple of pop-up shops. I ain't sell not a shirt. Not gonna lie. Did not sell not one t-shirt, but I end up getting photo shoots out of it because I end up interacting with other vendors, other, customers that come through. I call it a win-win because you never know what could happen next. Who you could run into. You could probably make like a big bundle of shirts there for someone that, that really needs them. So I'm working on that. I'm working on trying to get everything out there the best I can. So I'm very grateful. Like I said, this entrepreneur life it's a handful, but I'm up for the challenge. So it's like, it's game time. My boy Henry said, Landmark Media, that's going to get you out of your plant life, out of this profit share thing, everything. And he is absolutely correct. And I thank my boy Henry from the bottom of my heart for that motivation because I definitely needed that this morning. So, again, I'm very thankful for everything business-wise. I'm working on it, and I'm just going to say God is with me. God has always have and always will be with me, and I'm very grateful that he brought me this far. And that's one thing about me that everyone will know. I might get frustrated at times, and not get me wrong, because I'm human. Not going to lie, I'm human. But you would never, ever, ever see me quit. That's one thing you would never see me do. So I appreciate those who tapped in. Give boy a shout out. Like I said, I'm trying to do this every Sunday evening and Thursday evening around this time. So, I'm just very grateful for the opportunity to put this together. So I'm trying to end this evening with a prayer. Anybody online that's, that wants a prayer, I'm going to pray for y'all real quick. So I'm going to end this with a prayer. Heavenly Father, I come to you this evening thanking you for allowing me to make it through this day. Thank you for allowing everyone to make it through this day. Continue to bless everyone throughout this evening. Touch everybody that is going through any type of struggles in life, Lord. Just continue to be with them. Continue to guide them. We love you with all our heart and our souls. I'm very honored I'm honored for all the things that you have done. Please continue to be with us. And as we embark on the rest of this evening, we all want to just say thank you. We love you. We always want to say thank you. And we're always thankful for all the things that you have done in each of our lives. Again, I just want to say I love you. And I want to say thank you, and thank you. It is in your name I do pray. Amen. All right, y'all. I'm about to relax for the rest of the evening because I got to work in the morning. So hope everybody have a blessed day. Continue to stay blessed. Always, always. Keep God first, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.